He's been a reality TV star, a billionaire real estate mogul, the 45th president of the United States, and now he's diving into cryptocurrency. That's right, Donald Trump, the man who once called Bitcoin a scam, has launched his own crypto coin. But is this just another flashy business move, or something much deeper and potentially more dangerous? As politics, personal profit, and digital currency collide, we're left with one question. Is Trump's new crypto venture the next big thing or a scam? Donald Trump's career has always blurred the line between business and branding. Long before he stepped foot in the White House, Trump was already a household name. His wealth, his buildings, and his bold, attention-grabbing image were all part of the package. From luxury hotels and casinos to the now-defunct Trump University, he's always been a master at selling the idea of success, whether or not the ventures actually succeeded. But Trump's relationship with finance has always been complicated. Multiple bankruptcies, failed investments, and lawsuits have followed him for decades, yet somehow he always seems to bounce back. That's because Trump's greatest asset isn't just money, it's attention. Fast forward to today, and Trump is once again making headlines, this time for his entry into the world of cryptocurrency. Trump, a coin branded in his name, capitalizing on his massive political following and his reputation as a disruptor. But here's the twist. This move doesn't come without controversy. In fact, it raises serious ethical concerns. Trump is actively campaigning for another shot at the presidency while simultaneously boosting a coin that directly profits from his political identity. It's not just branding anymore, it's intertwining national politics with personal financial gain in a way we've never quite seen before. The coin's rise has been explosive. Supporters of Trump have eagerly jumped on board, some treating it as a badge of loyalty rather than a financial investment. And that's where things get tricky. Unlike typical cryptocurrencies that aim to solve a tech or financial problem, Trump is built almost entirely on identity and hype. It doesn't offer revolutionary utility or blockchain innovation. It simply banks on Trump's name and the cult of personality around it. That might drive demand in the short term, but what does it mean for investors who believe in the coin, not just the man? There's also the bigger question. Should someone running for the highest office in the land be allowed to profit off a coin that essentially monetizes their campaign persona? Critics argue it's a clear conflict of interest. If elected, Trump could theoretically shape policy that favors crypto, while also holding influence over a coin that directly enriches him. That's a dangerous cocktail of power and profit. And it's not just speculation. Crypto's lack of regulation means it's already a grey area, and Trump's involvement only adds fuel to the fire. But in typical Trump fashion, he's playing the game his own way. For someone who once mocked crypto and called Bitcoin a disaster waiting to happen, this pivot is classic Trump, opportunistic, bold, and polarizing. He saw a wave, realized his brand could ride it, and jumped in. The former president has never needed to be an expert to enter a new space. He just needs to know how to sell. That's exactly what he's doing with Trump, positioning himself not just as a candidate, but as a brand you can literally invest in. And here's where we zoom out. This isn't the first time Trump has monetized political momentum. His post-presidency business moves have included everything from paid speeches and books to a branded line of NFTs. In fact, his Trump digital trading cards project raked in millions from supporters looking to own a slice of Trump memorabilia, blockchain edition. Like Trump, the NFT venture offered little practical value, but plenty of emotional appeal. It's not about functionality, it's about identity, loyalty, and visibility. That emotional investing is where Trump's brand thrives. So, what can we actually learn from all this? Whether you support Trump or not, his ability to turn attention into income is undeniable. He understands something most people don't. In today's digital economy, the currency of attention can be more powerful than actual currency. He doesn't need a revolutionary product. He just needs belief. Yours, his supporters, the media's. And he knows how to create a spectacle big enough to generate that belief over and over again. That's what built his empire, from Trump Tower to the White House and now into Web 3. But that doesn't mean it's a safe bet. Trump's ventures have always come with risk. From the bankruptcy of the Trump Taj Mahal to the lawsuits over Trump University, many who followed the Trump name into business ended up burned. His brand is powerful, but not foolproof. And in a volatile space like crypto, where value can skyrocket one day and crash the next, tying your investment to a political figure, especially one as polarizing as Trump, is a gamble with very high stakes. Still, there's a reason so many people keep buying in. Trump offers something few can replicate: a sense of belonging. When people buy into Trump, they're not just betting on a coin, they're buying into a movement. It's tribal, it's emotional. It's not about charts and use cases, it's about identity. And in today's landscape, identity sells. Trump's greatest business move isn't launching a coin, it's turning himself into one. But even with all the hype, there's a darker side. Crypto is still largely unregulated, and coins tied to personalities can quickly spiral into pump and dump territory. If Trump soars, Trump wins. But if it tanks, it's everyday investors, many of them his own supporters, who'll be left holding the bag. That raises ethical red flags. Should a political leader be allowed to profit off his own followers in such a risky, unregulated market? And where do we draw the line between branding and exploitation? At the end of the day, Trump isn't really about blockchain or decentralization. It's about branding, belief, and influence. It's the next chapter in a long history of Trump using his name to sell something. Real estate, stakes, universities, NFTs, and now digital coins. And while some investors might see a gold mine, others see a red flag. Either way, it's another example of Trump knowing how to stay at the center of attention and profit from it. If there's a lesson to take from all this, it's this: don't get blinded by the brand. Whether it's Trump or any other public figure, attaching your money to a personality is always risky. Hype fades, markets crash, and loyalty doesn't always pay dividends. Before you invest in any coin, celebrity-backed or not, do the homework. Understand the project, the people behind it, and what actual value it brings. Because in the world of crypto, what looks like a rocket to the moon can just as easily turn out to be a very expensive crash landing. And remember, Trump doesn't lose sleep over failed ventures. He moves on to the next headline. But for everyday investors, the consequences are real. So whether you see Trump as the next Dogecoin or just another political grift, one thing's for sure: the line between business and politics just got a whole lot blurrier. Thanks for watching. If you found this deep dive into Donald Trump's crypto play interesting, hit that like button and subscribe for more breakdowns like this. We're here to unpack the boldest moves, most controversial deals, and the financial stories that shape pop culture and politics, whether it's celebrities entering risky markets, influencers flipping their fame into fortune, or public figures blurring the lines between branding and leadership. We're asking the questions that matter. Is Trump a brilliant marketing strategy, a political stunt, or a potential financial trap for supporters who trust too much? We want to hear what you think. Drop a comment below and let us know. Are you buying the hype or steering clear of the chaos? Because in a world where headlines move markets and personalities launch currencies, staying informed might be the best investment of all.